Okay, hi guys. So I'm going to be doing a Shado-Pan Monastery tanking guide. So I'm on my blood tank right now. So let's get this started. So as you can see, there's only one guy right now, but he drops and a few of his ads come in, so you want to pick those up right away. Probably blow some cooldowns because they can hit somewhat hard, and there are a lot of them. So just get ready to use all of your AoE abilities and let the DPS take them down pretty quickly, and these aren't really too hard of trash mobs. Okay, that hunter's pet has taunt on, so it'll die. Okay, this one, just tank and spank. The DPS will do the rest. I have a shaman healer for this one. Shamans are pretty good healers. And I'm on a blood tank right now, so I have a lot of self-healing, but I'm somewhat squishy. And someone just pulled the, or maybe, I guess that just pulls on itself. Okay, anyways, pop that, and, okay, that's good. Yeah, my healer's really good right now. That is good. I'm going to pop a few cooldowns, just to make sure I take the least amount of damage as possible. Because there is a boss, like, right after this. Okay, so healer has pretty good mana. And I think we're good. Okay. So pull this guy. He's somewhat of a tank and spec at first. And he still has his pet's taunt on, which is a little bit annoying. I'll just taunt it off. Okay, yeah, you gotta get out of the way of those. They don't do a ton of damage. But, yeah, they don't really do that much damage, but I would definitely suggest getting out of there. Because there were electricity pools that come down. And you need to get out of there. So your healer doesn't have to lose all his mana. Gonna pop a few cooldowns. Just for the hell of it. Don't really need to. This is a fairly easy fight. Okay, so now, you have to switch over to the Serpent. And he's also a tank and spank. Just try not to stand in anything. Okay, he does that. He does that release energy kind of thing, and it does a little bit of damage, but nothing too bad. You heal, or we'll be able to heal through it very easily. And he's almost down. So Okay. Go back over to Goo Cloud Strike, and tank again. He does magic damage, so after you see how he has a bunch of lightning all over him. So yeah, he is only doing like 4k damage at the moment. Nothing too scary, so I wouldn't really worry at all about it. Okay, so we are done with that, and looks like the Death Knight died. Oh, he would. For some reason they were in Blood Presence. I have no idea why. You're kind of a Frost DPS. You're not supposed to be in Blood Presence. Dang, that hunter is kicking ass. Nice job, Mrs. X Stacy. You are very good. Okay. Now that's done. Probably don't want to pull too many of these. Looks like we did anyways. Okay. No matter, these guys are pretty easy. Okay, done. And just a little bit more. One more. And done. Okay, loot up, and this this part kind of depends on the group you're in. Do we pull? No. Yeah. If they don't want to pull those guys, they will run and mount up. Kind of depends if they want to go for the a little bit extra XP, but I guess we really don't. So we're moving on. Okay, and just mount up and get over here and wait for the rest of the group to come. And you'll see that a lot of guys will be jumping down, and you won't be able to get aggro on them for some reason. So you're going to have to taunt them a lot. But they're really weak. They don't really stand much of a chance. They get killed in just a few seconds. So you don't really have to taunt them unless they're causing a lot of havoc. In which this case, they're really not. They really don't do a lot of damage. This is kind of... I don't really get why they put this one in. They just don't do a lot of damage. And they just try and taunt them off if like one is on your healer. You don't really want them to be on your healer. So this will last for a few minutes, and just nothing too difficult. The next part is you are fighting two semi-powerful people, and it's a little bit tougher, but still nothing to it. You don't want to stand in their 100 hand strikes, because those do a decent amount of damage, and they're very easy to avoid. So, okay, next one up. Here are the two guys. kind of wait for. Okay, there they are. Grab aggro on both of them, blow a few cooldowns, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing really to this fight. Probably don't want to stand in that guy's whirlwind, but other than that, it's a simple fight. Most of these fights are just tanking and spaking. And now that that's done, our healer somehow has max mana still. So, good job. And that'll open up, and we can pass through onto the final fight for this room. Not the final boss, but the final fight for the room. Which is Master Snowdrift. This guy is not exactly a tank and spank. He has a few elements that you need to know. He has one thing. You want to get away out of his Fists of Fury because they do a ton of damage, and you don't want to have to waste your healer's mana. So definitely get out of that. Tornado Kick doesn't really do a lot. Just kind of kicks you back. It's just kind of annoying. Another Fist of Fury, get out of there. Yeah, they do around 30k per hit for the Fist of Fury, so definitely not fun, especially for the healer. Okay, so now he disappears, and there are 3 clones of him. You have to kill all of them. Well, kill the 2 clones and then go for the real guy. I guess they already killed the clones, so let's go and finish this guy. And they are shooting little balls of air, I guess. And they do damage if they hit you, so you want to try and get out of the way. Just try not to stand in front of them. Okay. Yeah, they really don't have a lot of health, so you can get rid of them pretty easily. And then you just go on to the main boss and pound on him for a bit until he disappears. So not terribly complicated. And there's the main guy again. Ouch, I just got hit. But they only do like 30k damage, so it's not really the end of the world if you get hit. Okay, so now he goes back to his hand-to-hand technique, and it's just tanking is making again. And then that is the end of the fight. So nothing terribly complicated with this guy, just don't stand in his Fists of Fury and don't stand in the way of his clones, because they'll do a very annoying air blast kind of thing that takes a chunk of your health away, so yeah. And that's that fight. So there's a nice druid or monk staff right there. And healer is ready, full mana still. Okay, these are probably the hardest packs in the dungeon, because they do a lot of damage if you stand in their shadow of destruction kind of thing. So just stand out of the way of that and you'll probably be fine. These guys do a lot of damage, so just be ready. And I would definitely suggest popping several cooldowns to make it easier for your healer. Okay, now you have to do that again. Same fight, same old, same old. You can stand in their ray, because I have a very nice shield, the anti-magic shell, which just absorbs a ton of magic damage, which is very nice. But it might piss your healer off, so I would just get out of the way. And okay, that's down, and the healer still has decent mana. So, well, I just got nice green. Pull these guys. And just tag and spec them down, nothing too difficult. Grab that guy. Okay, yeah, those are just a few trash mobs that you kind of have to get rid of. They aren't terribly difficult to kill. Yeah, in all this instance is actually pretty simple. I don't think I've even died in this instance, honestly. Oh wait, I have on the last boss, because my group really didn't know how to do the last boss. Well, I did, but my group didn't, and we kind of wiped, because they didn't kill the orbs, so we just kept on getting sucked around, and it was very annoying. And finally my group died. I was left, and I actually almost killed the boss, but then I finally died. You can actually stay alive for quite a while, easily, as a Blood Death Knight. Very, very, very good self heals. Okay. This guy is kind of annoying. He does that. Holy crap. And sometimes he stuns you too. Yeah, disorients, I mean. And someone's taunting it. He also creates little lesser energy kind of things that you have to grab. They don't do a ton of damage, so it's not terribly important, but you want to keep them off your healer as much as possible. But other than that, this is also a fairly easy fight, except for the disorients are relatively annoying. Because I don't know if there is an actual way to get by the disorients other than just kind of dealing with it. It also does a bit of damage when the disorient hits. And boom, done. Simple-ish fight. It's kind of hard on your healer, but not too bad as a tank. Just a tank and spike. I don't know if I'll be doing healer versions for this, because I don't have a terribly high. Well, I have an 85 healer, but he's more of a PvP healer. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing healer versions, but if you guys really want me to, I probably will try it at least. So yeah, let the DPS do the work for this. Just kind of hold their aggro, and that's about it. Okay, for this also kind of depends on your group. If they want the XP or not. Looks like they don't, so we are skipping the first pack. You just kind of walk around on the water and get over here, and then just skipped all those guys. Okay, this fight there is a lot of magic damage done to you, so definitely want to pull a few cooldowns if they are up. But it's not terribly hard. They just need to cure the Shado-Pan defenders, and then we can kill the vestige of hatreds. So not terrible, just the DPS need to know what to do for this fight. Okay. And we can skip this one as well. We only really need to do one. So definitely want to get out of there. And if you have ranged DPS, I would suggest taking down the hateful essences over here before you actually start the fight. But doesn't look like my DPS are doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it. So for this one, you're going to need to meditate when your hatred is around 60, and when the Shah blasts you, it hits you outside of this little field here, and you're going to need to run back in as quick as possible, because when you're outside of the little force field here, your hate regenerates really quickly, and it also does a lot of damage to you. So your ranged DPS should be taking down the orbs, and your and once the orbs are dead, once all of them are clear, they should go back to the boss. And it just got taunted off me again. And then your melee DPS should always be focusing on the main boss for this fight. And this is the last boss, and he's fairly simple. Your DPS need to know what to do. I don't think the healer has a ton. Yeah, the heals look pretty easy, honestly. And the tanking is also very simple. Just remember to get back inside the force field, so you don't take any damage and your hatred doesn't go above 60. I've never had my hatred go above 60, so I'm not really sure what happens. But I'm pretty sure it's not good. So definitely want to make sure that doesn't happen. So whenever you get around 60, just meditate and it will stun you for a few seconds. So make sure you're in the position where you are actually able to be stunned. Because once you press meditate, there's no way of getting unstunned. You'll be stunned for like 4 seconds or whatever in order for the hatred to completely clear. So that is that fight. We had a very good group. Um, you might not be as lucky as I was for this video, so definitely won't need to blow a few cooldowns in this one. There is some heavy damage, disorients, and just a lot of magical damage in this one, but overall, nothing too difficult and nothing we really have not seen before. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will be back with more videos on my Death Knight and Troll, Dwarf, and Undead. So, see you guys later, and peace.